Hi, I'm Ken Walker of Ken's Exotics, and here you see my German Shepherd, Holly. Actually, my late German Shepherd, Holly, my late Prairie Dog, Lucy, and my cat, Sam. She's a snowshoe cat. She's still with us, and of course, the two on screen right now, they have long since passed away about 5 years ago, unfortunately. Um, Love them with all my heart. I think about them every day of my life. There's not a single day I don't think about both of those two. They were the love of my life. And I can see that the Prairie Dog and the German Shepherd have a phenomenal relationship. Prairie Dogs, they're all sunning together. Prairie Dog's preening my German Shepherd's tail, and actually also preening her thigh. And of course, Sam, the cat, is over there trying to get the Prairie Dog's attention, trying to get a little ornery and do a little bit of roughhousing with the Prairie Dog. And those squabbles, they all love each other. Prairie Dog could be a little bit temperamental, and that's one thing I would like to bring up here. Prairie Dogs make phenomenal pets. The one thing I've noticed with them is if you're going to have a temperament problem with the Prairie Dog, you're going to have an issue when it comes to putting them in the cage. That's when they seem to learn to bite. They don't want to go back in the cage. They get a little overstimulated. They want to stay out of the cage. What I've learned is you train them to go in the cage. To start in a small area, work with them so you know you can get them to go in the cage. Like for a little piece of millet, it's something that they highly covet that they don't normally ever get, that they would just do anything for. And then you can train them to go back in your cage by just simply saying cage, and then they'll bam, they're in their cage. Take that treat, they're a happy camper. And then they'll never associate your hands with anything negative. That is the key to having a happy Prairie Dog. Also, I've seen Prairie Dogs that go from being complete non-biters to, once they get spayed, to being biters. So be careful, choose your vet wisely. If you do get them spayed, make sure they put on some major pain medication so it's as uncomfortable as least uncomfortable as possible. But even then, I would really like to see a side-by-side comparison of a Prairie Dog that does experience rut with a Prairie Dog that has been spayed, and see if there really is an advantage of spaying a Prairie Dog or neutering a Prairie Dog or not. So I'd love to see other people's feedback about that. Feel free to comment below. But that's just my two thoughts. And needless to say, Prairie Dogs aren't for everyone. If you're going to get a Prairie Dog, be prepared to get bit. They're worth the hassle. Yes, they can damage your carpet. Just got to kind of be careful, and you got to watch your wires. But phenomenal animal, huge personality. So a lot of bang. Got a lot of bang for your buck. You're going to live somewhere between 6 and 8 years, right around there. Okay. All right. Don't forget, check your local laws, and prepare before you buy. Thank you. Now you can also, if you're going to buy a Prairie Dog, I would recommend getting a multi-level, like a ferret cage, and watch for something that make sure they can't get their toenails. Even when you trim their toenails properly, they do have long toenails. So make sure the cage looks like it's something that they can't catch their toenails in. Also look at the ramp. Make sure that the ramp is something that they can walk in on their own without getting their toenails stuck in. And if there's any question, maybe just run a piece of carpet or something over that ramp to make sure that they can't get their toes stuck in there. I've seen it happen even with really nice cages. So keep that in mind. Save yourself some headaches. A little bit of planning ahead will save you some hassles in the future, potential problems. Okay, and as far as Prairie Dog food, there are a number of companies that make it. Brisky's does sell some, although I've never been too impressed with Brisky's products. get a lot of powder in it. Doesn't seem like it lasts very long. Tend to get a lot of bugs in it. If you buy any Brisky's food, if you buy it in bulk, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it. Thank you.